when my friends is
Do we have a police protection
when
service? When? Their duties to snatch me and arrest my person. Who? The usual suspect, verbal kindness, Jose. What? Doing what shit I must to get by the whole day. How? By any possible means to jump obstacles means I gotta do what I gotta for creeps. Nice go.
peace. So I want to share with y'all this snakeskin ritual that I did. I call it a transformation ritual. So basically, I was fortunate enough to find snakeskin. So what I did was I wanted to do was a transformation ritual. So as you know that a snake sheds its skin, so this ritual was about me shedding my old ways, shedding my old negative thought forms, negative emotions, or whatever that I felt like I needed to get rid of. So uh, now I know that's it's very rare to find snake skin. So, but you can do this ritual without it. You don't need it. You don't really need it. You can actually do this ritual without it. So what I did was I was working with two deities. I was working with two deities from the Palo Mayombe pantheon, Santissima Muerte and El Cristo Negro. Now, these deities they don't have faces. They don't have faces. I've never, or at least I've never seen their faces, but they do have symbols. So what I did was uh, I made these statues out of clay. I made these head statues out of clay, and what I did was draw the symbol of the deity, and that statue represents the deity. I made that statue into a deity. So I did the same for El Cristo Negro and Santissima Muerte and the rest of the other deities. And one of them is a doll, a head doll. I found a head doll in the streets. It was pretty fucked up when I found it. So picked it up and I shaved it, and now it's now a deity. It's now a deity. Set up an altar for it. So now, if you don't know these deities, they look up Palo Mayombe. Look up a book called Palo Mayombe by Carlos Montenegro. And basically he breaks he breaks down in detail each deity. He talks about each deity in detail. He gives you the rituals that you do for them. Now what I did was my own this was my own ritual that I thought of. So what I did was I used the snake skin. I set up an altar as so El Cristo Negro and Santissima Muerte were the deities I was working with, right? So these deities are sort of like partners. They sort of work well together. So I put them in the same altar. So I was working with them when in this ritual. So I used the snake skin as the I lit up the snake skin as an incense. Then I grinded it and made a powder and made it and turned it into a powder and use it and made a bath and made a bath out of it. So the specific ritual was what I was doing was I lit up the snake skin as an incense. got into a meditative state, a meditative zone, and I did a particular visualization. So this visualization in this visualization, I visualized myself wearing, like, let's just say 10 layers of clothing, 10 layers of clothing, and these 10 layers of clothing represented an emotion or a thought form, a negative emotion or a negative thought form that I felt like I had to get rid of. So in my visualization, in my visualizations, I was seeing these head statues that represents these deities. I was seeing them in my visualizations, removing these layers of clothing. So, like I said, each layer of clothing represented a negative thought form or a negative emotion that I felt like I had to get rid of. So whether it be laziness or a traumatic experience that I felt like or I had to release, or a traumatic experience that I felt like I had to release myself from. Um, what else? Anger, whatever, or anxiety, or whatever emotion, whatever feeling, whatever thought form that you have, whatever that you feel like you have to get rid of, whether it be feelings of regret, or you did something bad and you wanna, let's just say, cleanse yourself from it. So this is the particular ritual that you do. This is the particular ritual that you do. I call it a transformation ritual, or a snake skin ritual, because I literally use snake skin. So the so you removing the layers, or the layers of clothing in your visualization represents the snake removing shedding its old skin. So that's what it is. That's the particular meditation that you do. And you can do that meditation even when you working with your chakras, you doing your chakra work. You light up a candle that matches the frequency or the color, or the color of the chakra that you're dealing with. So you light up that candle, you do your visualization, you visualize whatever feelings or whatever experiences that you trying to cleanse yourself from. So that's what you do. That's the particular visualization, that's the ritual that you do. So you can light up, like I said, you can even customize this ritual. You can even do it your own way. Become creative, get creative with it. You can do whatever that works for you, whatever that works for you. You can work with whatever deities. You don't have to work with these specific deities that I was dealing with. So you can do whatever deity, you can work with whatever deity that you feel comfortable working with. So uh wrote some notes here of whatever, of some things that you can do to cleanse yourself from your negative thoughts or negative emotion. Now, of course, you do your chakra work. Now, that's first and foremost. That's what you do. That's what you do. You deal with your chakras first. Now, I did a video on chakras, on how to get rid of emotional imbalances, on how to use sound frequencies, listen to sound frequencies that match the frequency of that particular chakra. You meditate on that frequency, you meditate on that particular sound. They call binaural beats. You meditate on them. The frequency that resonates with that chakra, uh, that you feel like you have to work on, that you feel like you're having blockages on. So that's the snake skin ritual. That's the snake skin ritual that you do. That's the transformation ritual that you do. Because what you're trying to do here is you basically transforming yourself. You basically being born again, if you will. Just like Christians say, being born again. That's what you're doing. You're transforming. You're shedding your old ways, your old habits that don't serve you, that don't serve you anymore. So you're trying to transform here. That's what you're doing. So that's the snake skin ritual. So if you got any questions about this particular ritual, this particular meditation, I'll put my details in the description, my email and my Facebook page, the link to my Facebook page. So I'm gonna end this here and subscribe to this channel. We'll see you soon. See you soon.